What's up, guys? We're back with a new YouTube video, and it's gonna be a story time video. But before we start, I think I gotta put this intro in. Anyways, let's hop into the story time. Okay, so this story time is about me, something that happened to me when I was in, that I did when I was 14. It was the end of 8th grade year. I was in the summertime. It is probably one of the worst things that I've done. I'm literally admitting to committing a crime on camera. It wasn't like super, like a big crime or anything. It wasn't like nothing serious. Might have been something serious, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Okay, so when I was 14, I had this friend, and her name was, we're gonna call her Samantha. I had this friend named Samantha, and me and Samantha in the year of 2014, my 8th grade year, we got into some crazy shit. We were always getting ourselves in trouble because I was only getting in trouble because I was sticking my neck out for that bitch. And by the end of the year, me and her were friends, but by the time 9th grade year came around, we was not friends. I consider this girl one of my best friends, and honestly, I felt bad for her because of some of the stuff that she was going through, and a lot of the stuff that she started going through in school, which made me, like, I'm one of those friends, like, I'm a down-ass friend, you feel me? Like, if you need me to lie, you need me to step up and curse somebody out for you, I will, because I'm just one of those friends. And it's not like she couldn't fight her own battles. It was just because she was the type of person who was very, like, she got herself into shit, like, with boys. So she would get herself in trouble with boys, and I would step in because his friends would, like, come at her. But the thing is, I was friends with him, too. So it was kind of, like, hard because I had to play both sides because she was my best friend, but I've known him since he was, like, 5. So it was like, I was like, you gotta pump your brakes and you gotta tell your friends to stop because you know damn well, like, that's a story for another time. But, it does not involve him, but, like, kind of like a backstory on her. Like, she's just kind of like, she's not like a messy character, but she's kind of, you know what I'm saying? She's just one of those friends that, like, you have to make sure that you're, like, watching out for because, I don't know, she's messy. She's not, like, super messy, but she's messy enough. She's messy enough to get your ass into some shit. Okay. Alright, so when I was 14, we're gonna call her Samantha. So me and Samantha and her boyfriend had just broken up, and we were going to the park, and we met up with some friends, and those two friends, one of them just happened to be like a boy that I don't count it because I was so young, because I was like 11, from age 11 to like to 14. Actually, yeah, 11 to 14. We were kind of like flirting with each other on and off. He would get into a relationship, I would back off. He would be out of a relationship, he would come back over. Like, we were on and off for like 2 years, I guess. And like I said, I don't count it as a relationship because I was so young. But we're gonna call him Aiden, and then it involves Aiden and another boy, and we're gonna call him Mike. Alright, so Aiden and Mike. So me and Samantha had walked down to the park, and like she and her boyfriend had just broken up literally like 20 minutes before, and Aiden and her boyfriend were best friends in school, but her boyfriend had moved, and so at the end of the school year, and so Aiden and her boyfriend hadn't talked. So like we went down to the park, and we met up with Aiden and Mike, and we were all talking, and we all, like, how kids are, like, they just kind of we got the talking, and then some of us would, like, 2 of us would walk off and go talk to, like, Aiden, and Samantha walked off and went to go talk about her ex and what happened with that, and me and Mike kind of just stayed down there and played at basketball because, like, we didn't have shit to talk about. We didn't have anything to talk about, and then to cheer to cheer her up, to cheer Samantha up, we all decided to play Truth or Dare. I know what you're thinking. 14-year-olds playing Truth or Dare. Middle schoolers playing Truth or Dare. This is going to be interesting. And that's what it was. It turned out to be a very interesting night. So that shit got nothing to do with what we did, what was so bad. But during the midst of all of that, me and Samantha did some shit whenever them two were around. So, one day, me and Samantha had decided to take a walk to the other side of the development. And on the other, like right before you get to the other side of the development, there's the school that like kind of divides the development. We all went to the same school, but there were 3 parts. There was Weatherburn, that's the part I lived on, Cobblestone, and Greenleaf. The school was right in between Weatherburn side and Cobblestone side. Right on one part of the school was literally all Weatherburn. The other part, you go on the other side of the school, that's Cobblestone. Get it? Got it. Good. All right. So we were taking a walk and we were going to Cobblestone. And we were at the school, which was my elementary school. And, it's the summertime, so the shit was closed. You know what I'm saying? The shit was closed and so on and so forth. Now, we were over there with Mike and Aiden the night before. So, we were just kind of like hanging out there. And we didn't notice this when we were over there because we were on the basketball court. But we had went into like where the pre-K doors and stuff are over there. And we were walking, we had went to Cobblestone and then we had decided to come back. So while we were walking home from Cobblestone, we were checking all the doors to see if the doors were open, but we didn't really think any of the doors would be open. And then we got to like the pre-K side and one of the doors opened for the classroom because it wasn't locked. Okay. Here's the bad part. So, this was probably, like I said, it was probably one of the worst things that I've ever done in my life. And I'm guilty of it, but I back then I was stupid and didn't think anything of it. So, we went inside. It was just like a pre-K classroom, you know what I'm saying? It was a pre-K classroom. We went inside and we was kind of just like looking around and we was like, oh shit, like we're inside the school during summertime, ain't nobody here. And it's like 8 o'clock at night. Oh shit. So we started looking through some of the cabinets. Like I said, school had just ended, so the school was closed for a while, but teachers still had to come in and get their shit, you know what I'm saying? So there was still some shit in there. We was looking through the cabinets and we found little like snacks. We found snacks, pencils, glitter, bubbles, crayons, y'all, you know that shit. But she had a really big thing for pretzels, so we had found a big ass bag of pretzels. We didn't take the whole bag, but I had my purse on me, so she put some in my purse. She took a napkin and put some in my purse, and we carried them home. We ended up going home with some pretzels, but that ain't the only thing we went home with. So we went in there. We found pretzels, cookies, juice boxes. We found a bunch of shit. And so while I was, I was just kind of looking around. She found all that shit. And then I was like, ooh, pretzels. So I started like eating some of the pretzels. And then I found we found the juice boxes and we found the juice boxes. And we found some candy. So we started kind of like loading some of that stuff up in my purse. We was in there stealing snacks. And then I walked over to like the desk, like the teacher's desk. I was like, remembering, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this was like, because it was actually my kindergarten classroom. It was my kindergarten classroom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I remember being in here. You know, like, I was reminiscing. No, there was no cameras in the classrooms. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no. I was reminiscing. And I walked over to the desk, to the teacher's desk. And I opened it to see if she had, like, sodas or something in there. You know what I found instead of sodas? Found $40. I called Samantha over and I was like, Samantha, look, there's money in here. I was like, there's money in here. She was like, really? How much? I was like, it's $40. And we took it. And we split that shit. We split that shit 50-50. And the next day we went down to the local Italian little restaurant down there and we fucking bought food and our fat asses ate. That's probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Deadass. But that's not the only thing. That's not the only thing. Okay, so yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever done, but it happened again. So we went home after we took the stuff we took, and then we went home. We got up the next day and we went back to see what else, so we could take some more shit. Okay, so we went back and we took some more stuff, and this time we went in broad daylight. We went in broad daylight. But there was nobody nobody down there where the school was, so it wasn't a problem. It was a pretty like gloomy day, kind of like it is outside right now. It was a pretty gloomy day. There wasn't nothing happening. Everybody was in the house. So we were all in the clear. We were in the clear. So we went back. She was trying to like load my purse up with fucking glitter, crayons, and all types of. I said, put that fucking shit back. Go get the pretzels and the juice boxes. You can take a couple pencils, because we were going to high school, so, like, we needed them shits. Like, take a couple pencils and fucking let's go. And you know what I'm saying? And, like, we had got some of our snacks, and then, you know, she decided, oh, I want to go out into the hallways, and I said, no. I said, don't go in the hallways, don't open up that door, because this place has a silent alarm. Yes, an elementary school. My elementary school. It was a nice elementary school too. It wasn't in like a bad neighborhood or anything. Like it was in a very like damn near a gated fucking community. It wasn't a gated community, but like very nice school, very nice neighborhood that we lived in. And the school had a silent alarm because I'm pretty sure they had that shit installed because like my brother and his friends used to like go in during the night and they would like sneak into the school and they would steal shit too. And then the one day I think they had the alarm they had the alarm installed, and that's how my brother they had like went on the roof of the school and then they used the roof access to get in, and you know they were like roaming through the halls, and because the halls had motion detectors and shit, while the school, you know, like they have that shit locked up. Well, the school had motion detectors and stuff, so when people like came into the school, they had cameras and it just alerted the police. And so yeah, so I knew about the fucking alarms and shit because when my brother was young, like he was doing the same shit, but him and his friends was hopping on the roof and going inside the school, roaming around and shit. So and the police had caught their asses the one night. That's how we know about the silent alarm. So I knew about that shit, and I let her ass know. I said, "Bro, this school has a silent alarm. As soon as I was like, and there's a camera right outside this door. So as soon as that door swings open, it don't even have to swing open, fucking a lot. It just need to open up a little bit, kind of like a little push. As soon as that shit swings open, the camera's gonna catch it. The alarm's gonna go off, but it's a silent alarm, so we're not gonna hear it. So we have approximately about 10 minutes to get the fuck out of the school, away from the motherfucking premises, and be gone with it." So she was like, "This school doesn't have a silent alarm." Like, we were being we were being sneaky. So we were whispering. She was like, "This school doesn't have a silent alarm. This is an elementary school. This, that, and the third." And I was like, "Samantha, I know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Like, this shit has a fucking silent alarm in it." And she was like, "How would you know that?" And I said, "Because my brother and his friends, the very friends that you flirt with on a daily basis, yeah, them motherfuckers have broken into the school a while back. That's how I know about them, and they got caught because of the silent alarm." And so, yeah, I was telling her. So she was like, "Oh, I don't believe you." So she opened up the door, and I told her, as soon as she opened the door, I said, "If you fucking walk out that door, I'm leaving you in here. I'm going home. I'm leaving you the fuck in here." And she looked at me like, "You wouldn't." And I said, I fucking would. And she started walking, and I said, "Peace, I'm out." And then she was like, all right. So she started to come back. I was like, "All right, let's go. Like, we've been in here long enough. Let's go." All right. So when all of that was going down, there was a father and his two little daughters walking past. They didn't see her, but I don't know how they see my dog ass. Sorry. I don't know how they see my dark ass, but that little girl looked into the fucking window, and she seen me. But she wasn't like they were right outside the thing, but they were walking past. She seen me in there. Me and her made eye contact, and I fucking ducked. Bitch, I fucking let her know. I said, "Samantha, get down." And she was like, "What?" And I said, get down. And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because," I was like, "the little girl out there, she saw me. And she was like, "Oh shit." And by this time, like, the door had already been opened, and she had just closed it. So I was like, because I seen her open up the door, and I was like, "I'm out." Like, no. So by the time, like, all this would have went down, I had told her to get down. She had just closed the door, so the door had already been opened. So that meant the alarm was activated. After they had passed through, I like did like a little check. Walked outside, did a little check, one of these, and then we ran off the school property. Literally, we had gotten to the end of the street, and we had crossed the street to get away from the school, because we were walking back to our houses. And after we had crossed the street, a cop car pulled up. Bitch, a cop car pulled up. I was like, "Look." And she was like, "What are they doing here?" And I was like, "You fucking opened the door, and the camera activated the silent alarm. I told you." And then we ran all the way the fuck home. We were so fucking scared. We thought that we were gonna get in so much trouble. We didn't get in trouble because we didn't get caught. But like, it was very, like, a very scary situation. It wasn't like scary, but it was like nerve-wracking, because we thought, like, they're gonna check the cameras, they're gonna see that we were like, I was like, they're gonna see that your ass was in there, they're gonna catch your ass on camera because you're the one who opened up the fucking door. And we never got in trouble because we didn't get caught. But and yeah, that's the story. Like, that's probably one of the worst things that I've ever done in my life, and to this day, like, that's one of the worst things that I've done in my life, because it's like, bitch, you went into a 2-year-old elementary school, bitch. You fucking went in that bitch. You fucking stole out that bitch, and you fucking walked away, and I'm going to hell for it. But you know what? I know that it was wrong of me, and I'm only telling you guys this because this is an interesting story time, because it is one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. But, like, Don't be like me, kids. Don't be like me, kids. Don't. It is not worth it. It's not worth it. That was the story time. If you are new to my channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are from TikTok, what's good? What's poppin', baby? I am planning on making another YouTube video in the next day or two, so I'm probably gonna have this one shot. and posted by today. Tomorrow I have to go to work, but I'll probably be doing something tomorrow too, but that's probably along the lines of planning and getting stuff together for that. And I probably will have another video out by Friday. So if you are excited, if you enjoyed the story time, it's probably like a little dumb little story, but you know, it's something to post, and I just kind of want to post. If you guys want to see me do certain videos, please let me know down in the comments, because I really want to do some like videos, and I want to know what you guys want to see. So please let me know down in the comments, so I can I can find people, or I can do it myself. You know, so I can fucking do some shit, because I really want to start filming and posting on YouTube a little bit more. So let me know what you guys would like to see. DM me on my Instagram or on my Twitter. Thank you guys for watching this video. Peace out.
Open up, you open.